Man got a new mic.
Yeah, we in the building. 4 times dope. Yeah, we known to get it live, man. 4 times dope. New level, keep it high, yeah. 4 times dope. Mic check, now we on the live.
Yo, yo, yo. Good evening to our dope listeners. I am Jamie, 1/4 of the 4 Times Dope podcast crew, and I'm here with 3 other diverse, opinionated, prevalent Eagles. Brother Kwame,
How y'all
Brother
doing?
Kisharo, Brother Jermaine. Gentlemen,
What's
how are
up?
What's happening?
What's going on, y'all?
you? How y'all doing this fine evening?
Doing
Jermaine,
pretty
what's been
well.
up?
Hey man, just working, man, and staying focused, man. That's all. Look, we still in the pandemic. I think some people forgetting that we still going through
Every
this
day,
thing.
every day. What's up with you, Kwame?
Same thing, man. Just trying to just working, trying to make the day different each day. Just celebrated my little boy's 1-year birthday this past weekend. So
Young Mr. King is 1.
yeah, he won and
Going
freaking
on.
live. Boy, I tell you, he's all over the place.
What you, Kisharo, I understand you voted early today, my man.
Yeah, okay, well, actually, it was yesterday, but yeah, we got it out the way. Yeah, because I wasn't with standing no lines, trying to be around no people. So yeah, we got out the way early.
Early voting starts in North Carolina tomorrow, so that's what's up. Me and my lady going to vote early tomorrow.
Ooh.
All right, boys, to start off, allow me to set the scene. We all have a favorite movie or TV character, right? We all
Yes.
have a favorite singers, right? And chances are you like them because they possess a characteristic you either have or wish that you had.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, we're all a part of the quote unquote culture. And this question needs answering. Which member of New Edition are you? Allow me to answer first while you all ponder. All right.
Okay.
Think about it. Which member of New Edition are you? And you can pick out of all 6 of them. I am Bobby Brown. With a pinch of Michael Bivins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do some lines of cocaine off the stripper's ass. But I won't fumble the bag, y'all. I ain't gonna mess my money up. I won't find Boys to Men, but I'll probably find a group like Latrim or Oaktown 357 or something.
It's a knockoffs, I guess.
Kwame, I kick it to you. Which member of New Edition are you?
I'll say Michael Bivins. I think I'm in the midst, but also kind of like in the back a little bit as well, but still trying to make some moves behind the scene. Like I think you had mentioned, like finding like the Boys and Men and trying to trying to create a Belle Biv DeVoe while being part of that. So I think I'm more of that type of person in a sense.
So you are also Michael Bivins.
Yes.
Kisharo.
Yeah, that's an easy one for me, hands down. Johnny Gill, all day.
Johnny Gill.
all day.
Mr. My.
Yep, 1 because he dark, so I got to represent
yeah.
for the Dark Brothers.
All right.
2, he's a romantic dude, and I think I'm a very romantic dude. And
Is he the most romantic out of the group, or is it him versus Ralph?
It's a battle.
I think Ralph is just. I think Ralph was more like smooth with his. And
Yeah.
I think he tried a little bit too hard. I think it come natural for Johnny.
Got it.
In my opinion.
So
But the third one is, I think a lot of people slept on Johnny. You know what I mean? I think
Johnny came late. Johnny come lately. He came late, so people were questioning who Johnny was over where's Bobby. We want Bobby. We like him.
Exactly, and that's how I feel. I think people sleep on me a lot of times, and I always surprise people. So yeah, so that's why.
What about you, Jermaine?
Oh man, definitely Mike Bivins mixed with a little bit of DeVoe. Probably like that edginess, like that kind of like that Timmy Street edginess, Timbo type thing. Definitely not Bobby Brown.
Bobby.
Yeah. That's borderline Rick James type.
That's me, baby. If you now just imagine, like, just take your brain to 1980. I think they started in the 70s. Sorry if I'm not like 79, 78.
Yeah.
New Edition? Yeah.
Yeah, before they came.
Take your mind to being 10 and starting up and really getting going. and starting to like do those big shows and having all those girls behind you, man.
And they from the projects. Now remember, they used to do these. They did a big tour one time, and the tour bus took them back to the projects.
And dropped them off
Boston.
with a VCR.
Yep.
And you mean to tell me that you just gonna be chilling in the back? Man, I'm doing all the cocaine. I'm getting at all the chicks. I'm showing up late. I'm doing all the wild shit, dog.
Hey, at least
You started it at 10. At 10, you was a superstar, right?
Yeah.
All you gotta be is a hood star, but they were like superstars.
Yeah, mega.
Superstars. That's crazy.
Real talk.
All right, so we got one Johnny, two Bobbies, and three Mike Bivens, but essentially.
Two Bobbies. I thought you was only Bobby.
You only Bobby.
You're the only Bobby, dude.
Y'all tripping.
I think we got one Johnny Gill.
One Johnny.
Yeah.
One
We
Bobby.
got three Mike
and
Bivens.
Three
Though.
Mike Bivens.
Three Mike Bivens. One Bobby.
Kings, Our Temptations. Goddamn New Edition, man. Can't go wrong with them.
Can't go wrong, baby.
They
Can't go
spent our
wrong.
whole life, really, because they still jamming if you really think
Still
about it.
kicking it, yeah.
Yeah, still doing their thing.
Still selling out tours. Well, pre-COVID, but yeah.
All right, so let's get into our first topic of conversation here, gentlemen. Here's the question. Do you approve your significant other flirting to get something that benefits you both? I'll ask that one more time. Do you approve your significant other flirting to get something that benefits you both? And Jermaine, I'll kick it to you. What you think?
My God. Okay, that's a great question.
I mean, it's a simple question now, but it deserves an answer.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. Do I approve of my significant other flirting to get something that will benefit both of us? Okay. So it's a couple of different moving pieces to that. Right. Let me address both. All right. If it's something that I think is going, if the time frame is like protracted and it's going to be over time,
I got a good point.
no, only because at that point, flirting with the opposite sex, an attractive woman, whatever the case may be, and energy and all these emotions, like something you can cause issue. Even if she doesn't want whoever she's flirting with, that person is going to expect something in return, whether it be time, and I think that can be that can cause some issues. But if it's like something, immediate or something like that, or you know what I mean, I'm cool with that, because I probably would do the same thing as well. But I just think I would have a problem with if it's something that's like, for example, if we took a vacation somewhere every year, even if it was once a year, and this particular person works there and she's flirting just to get whatever, not to be worried about what she's doing, but I'm more so worried about
what the person flirting is doing.
Yeah, and the situations that's being created behind that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that can cause and it can like mess up whatever we're trying to get anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but
and the actual item that we want. I understand what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's pretty much my take on that.
All right, Kashara, what do you think? Do you approve your significant other flirting?
If it's a one-time situation, yes. But over and over, no. If we go on somewhere get something to eat and she can get us an extra burger, some extra fries, hey, I'm with it. I'm cool with it. I don't care. But like you said, somebody you gotta see over and over. No, I'm not.
That's a good point.
With it, because to me, I'm gonna start like I'm gonna start being like, okay, what's really going on here? First couple times maybe, but every time, no. But the crazy part about it is, I would be okay with it. I don't think she would be okay with it under any circumstance.
That you were doing the flirting?
Yeah, if I was flirting to get us something, I don't think she would not be okay with that.
That's fair.
Gotcha.
Upside.
What's up, Kwame? What you think?
I think if it's premeditated, like she's conjuring up a plan to trying to like get something free, I'll probably feel some kind of way about that. I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But like you said, it's something in the moment, and like you said, we check in the hotel room, whatever, and the guy was like, oh man, you got a nice smile or something like that, whatever, and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you gotta keep smiling. You know what I mean? You can upgrade our room or something like that. Then, like you said, that's a in the moment type deal. Wasn't premeditated. you know, I think I'm not tripping off that too much.
Yeah, he better not come to the beach,
No.
to the restaurant trying to be like, oh, yeah, that's pretty smiley and get something else. That's gonna have a problem.
Well,
Exactly.
I'm saying if I'm kind of like there, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm in
Mhm.
that right there. If he coming back for a second dip or whatever like that. But
Yeah, he was cool.
I think the funny thing is the fact that I feel like I kind of been in the situation like that, and unbeknownst to myself, whatever. And I know like when I was with a relationship right out of college, and this person, of course I don't want to say her name. She used to make like the box jambalaya, and she used to get like like the pieces to me like the chicken and all the other stuff goes along with it, shrimp, whatever and stuff. So I remember like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like she used to get like pounds of like freaking seafood from like the damn grocery store at the Harris Teeter right in Durham, right by was it Southgate, right?
Square.
South Square, yeah.
Oh, okay.
South
The
Square.
Harris Teeter over there, yeah.
At a movie theater.
She had a boo at the stove.
Yeah.
But of course, I didn't know about it. I just know that I noticed it, but I didn't really like inquire like I should have, whatever. So of course, when you hear the stories after you break up, and they be trying to get at you and junk, like, yeah, you know the nigga that was
the meat man
hooking me up with everything. She told me she freaking banged that nigga, yo. You know what I'm saying? And everything. So I don't know if it was one of the things where she was trying to get under my skin, whatever and stuff. But
Probably
she was trying to get at you
banged him, and she banged a nigga that was changing her damn freaking
the meat man.
her damn oil change. Where she get an oil change from?
She was Jameis Winston.
Yo, boy.
Hey, Quan, you said oil change too?
Oil change.
Oil
She
change.
was making two different dudes that she said that she was getting a free oil change from, and
free crab
when
leg.
she go to the market, whatever and stuff, the supermarket, she was getting like the extra hookup on the seafood.
And it keeps
But
scanning it.
I'm like, damn, you didn't make me. I mean, I didn't know about it, and after when you told me we weren't together anyway, so this showed me how much the thought bot you was. But you know,
Wow, man.
it still was kind of funny because I was like, damn, she was doing some heavy flirting plus more.
Yeah.
Thought bot.
Thought bot. She was, boy.
Well,
that's just a tip of the iceberg on that one.
so if you approve of it, as long as it's not, too much of it, essentially.
And premeditated.
Premeditated. Well,
what about you, Jamie?
The day it happened, and my lady's vivacious. She talks a lot. People love her. When you see her, her face is pretty. She's a gorgeous person. You know this. So we're at Panera Bread having lunch, and a young man, you can tell he's the runner. He comes in and out of the back because, COVID, you got to run outside and drop stuff off, go to the car, all that stuff. So he's a runner, young black guy. So he comes in, we're ordering off the machine. We didn't want to stand in the line long. So we order off the machine. He comes in and gives her a free cup, right? You got to get a cup from the back. I'm like, all right, this brother's already letting us know what's good. So we got so essentially I got a free cup of tea or whatever. And then we go to leave and she said, I want to order a cookie before we go. So I'm like, let's go back to the machine. And my man in the back, yo, what you want?
That nigga screaming.
I said a chocolate chip cookie. And he went and gave it to her. That's mutually beneficial because it doesn't take $2 out of my pocket. And that young man flexed on me. Got her some damn cookies. So I'm with it. I mean, she knows how to handle herself because this is not the first time this is not the first and or last time she has to deal with people liking who she is, which is fair. I mean, it goes with the territory because she was ugly, then he wouldn't get no cookies and no free tea.
Yeah.
But
True. True.
Yeah, that's true.
it comes with the territory. She can handle herself. And more importantly, you got to come back home. I mean, your stuff is here with my stuff. Bring it with me for the cookie man.
Exactly.
I'm more logistical in my thoughts. It's like, well, you're not going to break up with me for that. Not for the cookie man, or in your case, Kwame, not for the damn meat man. Or the oil man, because he work at the damn oil place. Disrespect to those people. But I don't see that as a threat. And if it's innocent, I'm cool with it. And if it's over, if it's too much, or if it's overt, like if you just show up at an office or something, then I got to go handle that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
How would she feel about it though? Is she okay with you getting?
Yeah, I'm also a people's champ, so people know me, and I'm probably gonna get something for free. If it's left up to me, I'm gonna probably get it for free or for less. So I'm a flirting machine.
But she wouldn't like you said, she wouldn't be upset about it. But compared to maybe a previous relationship you had, that would have been an issue, right?
Nah, cause I'm still Jamie now.
Oh, okay.
I bought these teeth. These my teeth, and I'm gonna
Got you.
smile at them and say, "Yeah, thank you. I sure appreciate that. Could I have a little bit of more of that in the back? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I can't think of a girlfriend that would be. I mean, that's my personality.
But everybody don't accept everybody's personality either, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like, you have to have an open-minded person also understands, okay, this is pretty, this is for the most part pretty innocent. But like sometimes I see some people like on TV or just hear stories about how jealous the person they with. It's almost
Hey, Kwame, and you know what? And not to like slide too far left, but as I get older, and this may be somewhat shallow, but that's probably why, like, if I seriously date somebody, man, they damn near have to have been to a HBCU, because a lot of folks,
Right.
as far as homecoming,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I've heard people, I know women who had a thing with someone not going back to a homecoming, HBCU homecoming, when it's like a big family reunion type thing. You know what I'm saying? So, they just is so envious of the past and and they just can't relate to the culture of it.
Yeah, because every person that you're giving a hug to that you slept with, and that's not even the case. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it goes likewise too. If your significant other didn't go to your school, whatever and stuff. I mean, you got to assume that everybody didn't hug. They
Now listen, if your lady go over and hug about 3-4 Qs,
it's not good business.
Man, she belong to the streets.
No bueno.
See, that's why it's like you never know. Some people would think you're innocent, and then some people gonna think, "What's up with that?" You just never know.
If my girl went to say my lady went to A&T, well,
but it's still an HBCU. You can relate to the culture, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. So I was trying to relate something that would make it work. But I agree with you, Don. We know full well if she went to Alabama A&M or some shit like that, then she'd have knocked down a couple of them Qs, because that's how the fuck we do. And I can't be mad at that. So
you just don't want to know about it.
Man,
God, no, you don't want to know about it. It's never, and remember this, y'all. This is for the viewers. It's never the one she hugged. It's the one beside her. It's the one beside him. It's the homie.
With the smirk.
It wasn't Kashara that she hugged. It was Kwame. Kwame did it. Kwame's the guy. It wasn't. She's talking to Kashara,
the friend,
to alert Kwame that she's there.
Yeah.
That's the culture stuff for you. That's culture.
That's a real culture.
That's game right there, man.
That's game.
Put listeners on game right there. That's exactly what it is.
I put you up on game. She's hugging the friend, not the winner. She's hugging the friend. They cool.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny.
Game.
Well, speaking of game, I got a question for you, but I'm gonna pull it back before I ask the question. So everybody know what's going on. Well, someone may not know what's going on with Dr. Dre and his messy divorce settlement, right? So, well, let me back up again for the people the listeners who may not know, because there may be some out there who do not know who Dr. Dre is. Dr. Dre is one of the founding members of the 1985 NWA hip hop group, responsible for some of the careers like Eminem, 50 Cent, Snoop, but most people know him mostly for his beats, Dr. Dre beats. Everybody knows him for that. So he's going through a divorce right now, married 20 plus years to this woman, Nicole. And she was asking him for, I think, $1.5 million or $2 million in spousal support, on top of $5 million that she wanted to pay for all her legal fees. I don't know why. Like, there's so many different stories out there. We don't know what the real story is, but it's messy. So my question is, do you feel that prenups are valid? One, and the second part of that is, do you think prenups take the trust out of the relationship? Now I'm asking from a standpoint of, most people with money have prenups, but I'm just saying, even just us as individuals, what do you think about that, Jamie?
Well, I'm getting married in December, and I ain't got no money, so I mean, we're gonna build this as a couple, her and I. So I personally don't believe in prenups. I ain't got shit. She can take my TV, I'm saying I don't have anything worth prenuping over. So if I had some money, yeah, but as a business, I am an entrepreneur, but I don't have enough money in my mind for me to sign a prenup with my lady over.
So you saying if you had that
If I
type of
had
money,
some
you would do a
ultimate, if I
prenup?
had a lot of money, then hey, look, this is a business transaction, sincerely, because it's between you and the state. You, your lady, and the state are now involved. Where we were once just two people in love, we have to involve the state. We could just be in love, but if we want to put it on paper, then let's put it on paper also. If I have $2 million in assets and she has, 100,000, let me protect my assets, right? It's not favorable to say, because I'm pretty sure she's gonna listen to this, but I ain't got no money, so it don't matter. I ain't got no $2 million in assets. That's the real of it. We're talking hypothetically, essentially, because I ain't got $2 million.
But see, I'm glad you're being honest about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, I just know me and who I am as a person. But people can always say what they would do. When they
what you would do.
So if I don't have the million, so I can't say. But I'm just saying, for me personally, I think that people who get prenups, I feel like you already going into it with some issues, like trust, or you thinking like it's not gonna last. I get it, like you got to protect your assets, but I'm like, if we came in this together, whatever we came in with, we should leave with if something happened. You know what I mean? That makes more sense, but it don't always happen that way. You know what I'm saying? But
And
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was about to ask you what you think about it.
Oh, I was just gonna say the last thing you just said is very valid. We came in with these things, and if something happens, we leave with this, and that's actually how it should work. But like Jamie said, the state is now involved. Maryland is one of the places where you don't want to get a divorce as a man, because the woman can have some of your retirement, your pension, and all that good stuff. Now, to go back to answer the question, me personally, and I'm kind of like align this with Dre's going in his divorce, but I think with me, because it's now a business deal, because the state is now involved, and I think the prenup is part of that business deal. It's part of protection.
Okay, I'm confused. When y'all keep saying the state involved, what you mean when you say the state is involved?
State of North Carolina, you got the government involved in your marriage.
You mean your marriage license, or you mean the prenup?
The whole thing, like you literally didn't have to get married. You just could have been in love with a person.
Like getting married and getting
you
married.
involve the state of North Carolina, in my case, with your relationship. You put it on paper. It requires you to pay taxes together.
Right.
It's that what we're saying.
Okay.
And anything, and with the divide, now the courts come in, and the courts basically numerically divides everything, right? So to answer your question, I agree with the prenup. Me personally, I just think I think it's a document that basically in terms of fairness, right? If something were to happen, not that, I mean, and I know how it can seem like if you get one, it's like, it seems like you're going in with these negative expectations. But I think in terms of fairness, because at the end of the day, if something happens, I would like to at least be able to maintain some sort of lifestyle while if I have to pay like the alimony and all this, I want to be comfortable. I shouldn't have to struggle with nothing and start over, right? And it also goes back to the individual. Like even if something tragically happened, I mean, and if kids are involved, especially, I know for me personally, I'm still going to do what I need to do, to make sure my kids are, take care of my kids through my ex-wife, whatever the case may be.
And that makes a difference right there. Because I feel like if we came into this, whatever reason, like, and I blew up, had some money, I have afforded you a certain type of lifestyle, right, and our kids. So if we were to divorce, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I can still help you maintain that same type of lifestyle.
That's right.
Also for the kids, though, because I think it's not the kids' fault. So you're going to pretty much be benefiting off of the kids.
That's right. And that's what I'm gonna wrap it up with this. I'm pretty much thinking more so the bigger picture and the kids down the road and them needing to be fostered, right? Psychologically, it's gonna kind of mess them up a little bit, but I will take care of my kids through her, or whatever the case may be. But the prenup just protects me and say, okay, at least I can stand on one foot while I build the other one up and still take care of it. Now in Dre's case, she's asking for $2 million per month.
Spousal support, yes.
Right? And,
Right.
and if I'm not mistaken, I was Dre through his people. He's saying, "Hey, I'm taking care of her." What I got from that is then she got the necessities. Now she
Right.
can't go out here and buy like Range Rovers and Phantoms, but she's okay.
She can actually do that.
No, she can't do that. You're right. And what she's saying is
She wants to buy them every month.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
She want more.
Her lawyers are saying she can't pay any bills. Oh, here's my point. Now, here's to the ladies who are listening, right? The issue I have, and I'm gonna get off this in a second. One issue I have, I don't care if it's a rich couple or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying a man can't take care of his woman and women can't just stay home and not do anything. But ladies, you have to develop some type of skill set and some kind of craft. So when something like that happens, you don't have to depend necessarily on what the courts is going to give you. Because if a man doesn't have anything, then you're SOL. But just to be home, in Dre's case, his ex, she's not working. She doesn't have any. What is she going to do? She should have her own brand, even if it's flip flops, even if it's something.
Branded out now.
You should. She should have.
She could do.
You see what I'm saying?
By Carrie, whatever name.
Lops by.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But she wasn't smart. That's one thing. You
she
had all
make
this money for all these years.
No.
You developed your own brand.
And Kasharo, she also said that she actually, I think she was saying that she actually, Aftermath, she gave him that idea or the name Aftermath or something like that.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I was trying to say.
When they did it. Yeah.
Kwame, what you think?
I kind of aside with like what Jamie and Jermaine are saying, because I get what you're saying too. Cause I can understand how somebody can go in there and you're talking about like contracts and prenups before you actually get married, and how that can be, I guess, a prelude of it not working, whatever. So I get that, but also in the situation, if I already had money, like I said ahead of time, like millions of dollars like that, I would want to protect what I had beforehand, and anything that I occurred in the time we marry, that part I'd be okay with splitting. I don't say I'd be okay with it, but I think that's more, more easy to digest the fact that okay,
that's right.
I built this part while we was together, and like I said, you might have gave me some ideas during some pillow talk or during conversations and stuff like that. So even though I might have been in the boardroom or whatever else and made a deal, you might have been inspiration behind some things. So in a case like that, I can get that. And even if it was flipped the other way around, if I married, someone who got her own business or whatever, or a big time author or whatever, playwright or whatever it is, and she did all this stuff.
Shonda Rhimes, she's not married.
Who?
Shonda Rhimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if she builds this whole kind of empire or whatever the case may be before I get there, and then all of a sudden we get married, it doesn't work. I mean, what she had made before me, that's before me, and that should be hers. Now, I might not be saying that I was in the moment, but if I'm thinking logical right now, I get that. But while we married and I'm telling you, oh, yeah, babe, I think you should try this, and I think this would be a good part for your book or a good part for this, I hear, the saying, like, I'm not in the court, shooting the shot, what Drake say, but whatever.
You wouldn't be shooting in the gym.
Yeah, I'm in the background telling you something too. So it goes both ways, you know what I mean? So I get that. So I think it depends on the situation. Currently right now, like I said, I don't have enough to be saying we need to be splitting everything. So we just without a prenup. Okay,
so I'm hearing three of y'all say, y'all okay with prenup. So y'all mean to tell me if y'all met before the marriage and the engagement, and Jermaine, you're single, y'all meet a woman, she got all this dough, and y'all about to get married or whatever the case may be, and she come with you one night and be like, here, sign this prenup. You're not gonna feel no type of way. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, sure. Automatically, you're gonna be cool with it and not gonna feel no type of way. Because
of my mindset, because I'm thinking, I'm just thinking more strategic. It's not even about the negativity of it. I think
understand.
I understand. And I think at the end of the day, again, because if you think about it, honestly, how much monthly does it take for us to live off of? We don't have to be super rich. As long as we have those necessities met and the bills are paid. Listen, if I can get me a cut every 2 weeks, a manicure and a pedicure, my mother taken care of, I'm good. Oh, and we can take trips to homeboys. We can get up and do whatever. I'm straight. So I think at the end of the day, I'm more strategic. And honestly, I don't think I would feel any less because I ain't gonna front. I work damn hard to get to where I am, and I'm gonna protect it by all means. And I don't have the multi-millions. I'm gonna say yeah. But my point is, Kisharo, I just think strategically, and you want to protect. Because okay, all right, I'm back. All right, Kisharo, yes, I'll be okay with doing that. Because at the end of the day, as long as we're together, I'm sure we're gonna share those funds anyway, right? We're gonna share them anyway, and that's just a means of protecting what a
her
person,
interest.
yeah, her interest, and more so that if something does happen, it can be evenly distributed by white folks, by the state.
Right.
But
But
it doesn't
let me
lessen.
say this. So we're 43-year-old men, right? Or 42 in Kwame's case. The point I'm making is that we have mentally accepted that some things are not going to be what they are. But in this case, if she got the money and I don't, most men are happy to be on the ride. And we understand that she may find a younger, more tender tenderoni. And I got to get up out of here. All right, I'm out. That's how my 43-year-old mind thinks. But I imagine if I would say 23, I'd be like, nah, I ain't leaving. That bitch gonna give me all the money I deserve. 11 years we sacrifice. Nah, we be mad, but I'm like, I'm just happy to be on this ride right here. So, all right, I'm out. Because I could also earn. You're also an earner. It's not like, I'm saddled with children. They're gonna more than likely, to be honest with you, they're gonna be with her if we have kids together. So I'm not saddled. I got kicked out. I'm the man in the situation. So that's the difference. And we're not as emotional. We understand that shit. I'm free now. I go get me some more bitches.
Yeah. Also,
That's
too,
true.
I used to date Oprah, nigga. What's up?
Also, I think it's the key part of that when the scenario that you just gave, Kishara, is the fact. I think it's the presentation of how that happens. So I can see how somebody said, "I want to give this prenup," and they said the way you said it. I might have issue with that. I'm like, well, damn, who you talking to? But if it's presented the right way, at that point, like I said, I could think logical about the situation. And I said, well, damn, she did earn $5 million. You know, this shit. This before I even came along. I mean, can I actually be really mad at her for want to protect herself in that case before that?
Logically,
now, if we together and she earned another $25 million while we together, yeah, I might feel like I got some stake in that.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
But Nicole said that like she signed it forcefully, like it was slapped on her right before the marriage, and she felt intimidated. Like, you got Dre and you got his folks, and she just was saying like she begrudgingly signed it. But my point is, and she said,
like somebody forced your hand though. Like you could have not signed it. You signed it anyway though.
Yeah.
And then she said Dre ripped it up. She said he ripped it up too. She said he ripped it up, or whatever the case may be.
Copy of that shit. He rip up.
But my point is,
take it back together.
Kwame just touched on something. That wasn't the way that it was. Well, from her story, it wasn't presented to her strategically. It was more so like, bitch, you gonna sign this real quick, and then we gonna move on. And then supposedly he ripped it up to kind of like go back and try to smooth things over, right? Ease the sting. I don't know. Just a bunch of celebrity mess is what I'm getting from it. So.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So just to touch on what James, something you just said a few minutes ago, James, about taking the ride. So so you got the woman, y'all got the woman, she make the money. So are y'all okay with just being the husband? Are you okay with being?
Do you understand what my nickname is? My nickname is.
I got Stedman. I got you. But it's easy to say that. So you telling me you could be like the stay-at-home dad, as long as the millions come in, you good with that? I
can't wait.
Okay.
I just can't wait to be king, bro. You understand what I'm telling you? I can still do what I'm doing. I run my business from right here. Look at this. I could order 100 T-shirts and have them printed from this device.
I'm talking about not having a business. I'm being a stay-at-home dad while she's taking care of you.
But I could do what I want to do in that time, right?
You can.
So I could also run my business.
Well, I think what it is also too, like I get like I feel like I would have to work or do something, I guess productive in that time, just because just who I am as a person, whatever and stuff. But granted, even if she has all that kind of money, my little bottom money that I'm making in, I guess that'd be my little personal play money or something like that, and she's taking care of everything else because that's what the situation is.
I have to say this. I'm sorry. Eddie Murphy did a part about this in Raw. He said that, she comes to the table with money from the boutique. She said, Eddie, I got a check. Now we can put this $70 with your $10 million. Now we have $10 million and $70.
$70, exactly.
Oh, come on, man. You're going to be a man and do what you want to do as far as activities.
That's
I
true.
don't have to physically labor or work to feel like I've done something. I can go and take my kid to whatever they call it. What do they call it? Damn, jump gym or some shit, and feel like I've done something with my day.
But the thing is, I think where it becomes like it gets dangerous is when you get so content to where you lose yourself and you just throw in the towel and you don't have any skill set. You didn't take advantage of branding yourself with these millions or doing something on the side, because at the end of the
You don't need to buy
day,
a couple of houses to get some money coming in.
or get involved in real estate, because when the plug is pulled and you don't have any means of surviving out here, now you really want to state that, I need to maintain, like Michael Strahan's wife did. Michael Strahan, I want to maintain my lifestyle. I can't buy $5,000 dresses every month like I want, crazy stuff. So,
so to wrap up what you're saying, I think, if men out there, if you find somebody with the money like that, find you a skill, invest in yourself, because you never know what can happen.
Hey, one thing I want to add too before is also too. I kind of looking at when you see like the Candy from Housewives and Ty situation. Like, I feel sorry for him, whatever and stuff, in a sense, because I feel like he get belittled so much, and I feel like looking outside, looking in, that they actually really truly love each other. She's just somebody who wrote, all these Grammy
jams,
songs and stuff, and got all these multi-business. So he happened to fall in love, and she fell in love with him, and they be treat him like he a scrub, and he be still trying to like do little side business and doing things like that. But I'm sure it's a tough situation when you got somebody that got money and famous, and you're the guy who came in, kind of way after she got all that, and then you just trying to.
Stedman. He needs to stop trying.
That's actually one of the people I was thinking about when we was talking about this, because that actually pissed me off. I was like watching that because I remember that episode right before they got married. She kept pressing this dude like, when you gonna sign this prenup? When you gonna sign this prenup? He's looking at her like, babe, like this is what we doing. Like, I think he got so frustrated with it. I think he went ahead and just signed it. I think they do love each other, but situations like
she
that
ain't stupid either.
But can you imagine
the presentation? I think her presentation was
But can you imagine the sidebar conversations that's had about him when he's not around?
I can imagine.
In real life.
Yeah.
From her homegirls to her
her mama's saying it every chance she get. Her mama is alluding to the fact that he's not on her level every chance that she get. And I just probably feel bad about it, because it's just like, damn, you just credit this man for nothing. And he had a regular career, being like, I think he was doing something like a cameraman or doing some kind of like
he was
production and stuff like that. So he had a job and a livelihood. He just wasn't on the level that she was as far as fame and fortune, and certain people in her circle is making him or saying little side, behind the scenes stuff about this person, and that's just unfortunate.
But part of that is her fault too, because as the significant other, you're supposed to not protect but comfort him, bring him to your level, and as a man, don't demasculate him, because you're doing it bits and pieces. That's what she's done. But you it's a union, right? So you bring him to your world and you equalize him. Don't bring them up there and then because what we don't see, what's that saying? It's not the punch you see, it's the punch you don't see that'll knock your ass out, right? So what we don't see, the reality of this thing in Atlanta, it's crazy. It's a trip. Speaking of trips, it's a trip. Speaking of trips.
Amazing segue, Jermaine.
Great job.
Man, hey, yo. We about to rock out with, hey, listen. So here's a question. I want you all to tell me your best and your worst male road trips, right? Only male road trips, right? Your best, think about your best, take a second, think about your best male road trip and your worst male road trip. I know for me, well, you know what? I'll come back to me. I'll go last. Kwame, what you got?
Well, this is very easy. I think the best one actually involves all of us. It was the first trip down to Freaknik, and I just don't want to go jump to Freaknik, but just the fact that the time and place of this era. So, like I said, you got 4 guys.
This is Freedom 97.
97, Freaknik
Yes.
97, yes.
Mhm.
And like I
Wow.
said, this was my freshman year, y'all sophomore year.
Right.
And so like we in that great stage where, you know what I'm saying, we got all this, we got this independence, but we have no responsibility. And like, so we come together, everybody, all you hear in that time and age is like, okay, Freaknik, you got to go to Freaknik. And then we
Gotta
actually
go.
made that happen, whatever and stuff. It was my first time actually in Georgia, first time in Atlanta. So it's for me, okay, so it was a first time to a different place I've never been to before.
Mhm.
You know, with some guys that, you know what I'm saying, that I hang out with, you know, we hang tough, whatever and stuff, and we rented a car. I remember listening to that, who was that, Life After
Biggie.
Death?
Yep, Biggie. That was
Ready
our
to die.
soundtrack.
That soundtrack the whole way going down there and the whole way going back. And I
Yep.
think it was just fun, the fact that we know just being in that scene, you being young and vibrant and just seeing people from come all over the country just wilding out,
Literally.
cars, the highway look like a parking lot. People, it's like people's dancing all over the
We
place.
rented a boat. That car wasn't a car. It was a
That
boat.
car was long as hell. Hey, Kasharo got a ticket. Kasharo got a ticket coming back. I think he got a ticket in Charlotte, Greensboro or something, speeding. We got all the way back to
Stay with a
Greensboro.
ticket.
Damn,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, but that was definitely like one of the best times, I think, because like I said, it was a time of place where I was in, you know, in age, whatever and stuff, and it was just fun. It was just the whole time. It was just a great time, just partying and having a good time. I actually would say the worst road trip was actually a couple months afterwards, and that was down going to Myrtle Beach, and that was 3 of us went. It was me, it was Kasharo and Jamie.
Nope, it was 4.
No, hold on,
I
no,
went.
Yeah, Bobby. Bobby was there too.
Bobby was there too.
Yep.
What trip was this?
We went to Bike Week.
Bike Week.
I
that
missed
summer.
that.
You was there, but
You was there and you didn't go
was
with
there
us.
already.
Because you had
You
your
had a
own bike.
motorcycle
Okay.
already, so you was doing the whole bike. And we saw you, but you know what I mean. But we didn't go together.
Yeah, it was with Josh and them.
But you know, it was last
No,
minute.
it was
because I
last
think-
thing. It was me and you was talking. It was the summertime with me and you, Jamie. We ain't had nothing to do. We was like, let's just go.
Okay.
And we was like, cool. And then I think you was at home. And
Yeah,
we
you called
up,
me.
like,
You're
wanna
like,
ride?
yo, y'all want to go down to Myrtle Beach? And I was just like, when? They're
Why
like,
was it the
tomorrow.
worst trip? What happened?
And
I'll
what
tell
was
you, 'cause
worse
it's
for
mine.
me,
It's mine too.
but the reason why it was the worst trip, and I didn't realize at the time, is the fact that we had no plan. And I realized that I have to have a plan when I go on the trip. I can't just go on the whim.
Oh God.
Know that at 19, but at the time we went there, we had no hotel. I
Mhm.
remember it's coming specifically from Jamie. Oh, maybe there are too many people to go to Central down there. We're gonna find somewhere to crash and everything.
we?
And we were like, oh, okay, let's go.
We
We
did.
get down there. Everything's booked up. So all the hotels and everything is already
rooms,
booked
need some
up.
floor.
Huh?
We don't need no room. We don't need our own. We just need somebody's floor. That's all we need.
And that's what we had. We
Speaking
had
of
somebody
that, I'm
floor.
gonna talk about that.
Because
Go
we
ahead.
ended up running to my line brother and his boys from Greensboro, and we ended up crashing at some condo that they had rented out, and we were sleeping on the floor. I hate it because I need a bed, and I didn't realize that. But at the time, I don't even call me bougie, whatever the case may be.
19-year-old old man. You're an old 19-year-old.
I hated it. Yo. I hated it the whole time. But I see Jermaine on the strip. He's having a ball, and I also realized at the time that I'm like, dang, you must really have to have a bike to really enjoy this. And it left such a bad taste in my mouth. Like it took me about 10 to 15 years later to go back to Myrtle Beach, and even then, I never really had it like the.
You missed your sweet spot, Kwame.
Huh? So I missed it.
It's your sweet spot. You gotta stay in it. You gotta stay in it.
Man, I was out doing that.
Well, let me just go ahead and jump on that bandwagon because that was my worst trip too, and I was the one who helped spearhead it. Me and Jamie.
I had a blast.
It was the worst because of those reasons right there you said. Like, it was spontaneous. I like that part about it, but not knowing certain things. So we got in the car in my Altima with no toothbrush, no toothpaste, no clothes. We was like, let's just go.
Let's go.
I was like, what?
That's how you do it.
Hindsight, but yeah, then sleeping on the floor in the condo, I was pissed about that because I was like, we all know how we get down in school, and I'm just like, all these niggas in this room, I'm laying on this floor. I could be laying somebody cum stains, God knows what. Like, it was the most uncomfortable comfortable situation ever. And then we end up sleeping in the car overnight. I think overnight before we
did?
Yeah, I think the first night was overnight. The second night we ran
we
to
slept in the
bait.
car. We slept in the car because it was you couldn't get nowhere. The road was so backed
Yeah.
up, like
Yeah.
you couldn't move.
Oh,
so
man.
we pulled over in a Walmart parking lot and we went to sleep.
That was the first night, I think. The second
Gang.
night we ran.
Yes.
That's that
Yeah.
true HBCU road trip right there, baby.
That's it is.
It was an experience to remember, but it just let me know, like,
So-
at least
so
take a
Kashara,
toothbrush. Yes.
So let me ask you this. So, okay, so what about your best road trip? What would you say?
Kwame already said it was freaking.
Okay.
Y'all got the
yeah.
same best and
Okay.
worst.
It was crazy. I didn't know he was going to say it, but
Yeah,
for
like
me, it was just a moment. It was like a vibe, like because Jamie, remember me and you went the year before with
Yep.
2 females. We didn't know what we was doing, but we knew the following year
how to do it.
how to do it.
We did some reconnaissance. We had to go down there and check the
it was just
scene.
What happened the first year? I thought it was your first time going.
No, our first year we went on a whim.
Yeah, it was a whim again. We and Jamie like,
okay.
let's just go. So we ran the car, had 2 chicks we knew who wanted to go down there too. We went with them. And it wasn't a bad experience. It was just more of you still taking sand to the beach.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So it wasn't.
We were not with them. They were with us, as in we're not.
That's
dating
right.
this girl.
Y'all babysitted. Y'all had to babysit.
Essentially.
They babysit y'all.
Yeah.
Well,
Same
we couldn't
difference,
move,
right?
We didn't move the same way. Trust me. That following year, we
Yeah.
moved a whole lot differently.
That's right. That's right.
It was on and popping. Like I still look at those pictures sometimes and be like,
Yeah.
this was like the best time. One of the best highlights.
That
of my
year, I
college
broke up with my girlfriend over them damn pictures.
For real?
career.
Jamie, give it to me. Your best and your worst, Jamie.
My best road trip was my bike rally, believe it or not, 2003. We had about, and I'm not putting 100 on 10. I'm telling y'all, we had about 15 people in our room, right? And I'm serious. I had my bed. I stood there with some of the bros. It was a bread trip, and we went down on some wild shit. Me and a whole bunch of my chapter brothers went down there and got busy, right? Had a good ass time. I just remember how broke we were, but we made it work. But the difference in this particular trip was that I got the room, I got the food list. I said I need money from everybody. This is where we're gonna stay at, because the previous year I had did some bullshit and we stayed in the car. But it wasn't with, it was with my other line, with my line brothers, Phil and Jew. We stayed in the car. It was like, we can't keep doing this dumb shit. So the next year I got it together. But it was the purest, dirtiest, wildest road trip. People under the table, sleeping on the damn desk. I'm serious. That was that crazy. And we got it with some honeys, knocked them down off the strength of being an asshole. I pulled it off. I'm serious. I made it happen.
You had a plan, though.
To the words of my mouth.
Certainly, I had a plan.
You had a plan. That's what
Now,
it was.
from that shit, I learned how to make a plan. You got to come up with, we got to get this much food, and we got to cook it by this time. I had a plan. It was planned out to the end. And we let all the bros come stay in the room. I didn't mind. I was like, fuck it. We were out. We were, quote unquote, as the bros say, or the Qs say, we were being out. OWT.
No
Now,
doubt.
the worst trip was when I went to Costa Rica. And if y'all remember, maybe like 3 or 4 summers ago, it was like two black folk died at an all-inclusive hotel from alcohol.
I don't remember
So
that.
if you look it up, and it was in Costa Rica. And I'm like, oh, we was in Costa Rica, and they died at the hotel. At these all-inclusive hotels, they're pretty much all-inclusive. So there's all the alcohol you can drink at all times. So I'm there. It was me and my homeboy Phil, and we went with a group of people. And on this trip, man, I got sick as a dog 2 nights in a row. And I'm like, yo, I can handle my liquor, man. Ain't nothing wrong with me. And I'm sick 2 nights. And it's like, yo, they put something in this cheap ass alcohol. That's the first part of it. I was really like badly sick those 2 nights. But then there was an earthquake our first night. We had an earthquake in Costa Rica. Yeah. And I took a screenshot of it on my phone.
Natural disasters, huh?
And I remember just shaking in the bed and shit, like, I'm in Costa Rica. If I die over here, ain't nobody come get my black ass. So that's the first part of the trip. And the back part, Phil and I was going to fly to Miami and stay for the weekend because one of our frat brothers was getting a divorce. So that was going to be his birthday / divorce party. But while we was down there, it was a fucking hurricane. and we had to evacuate. They gave us a letter saying, y'all got to leave.
You got there and had to leave.
You got to go.
Damn, that's
You
crazy.
can't stay here. You have to leave the city, you have to leave the state. So we were coming up with like, can we get a train? Can we get another plane? Plane was like, no, can't get no plane. Can't get no train. Ain't no train in fucking Florida. There's no train and there no buses. So we had to drive from Miami, Florida to Durham, North Carolina. And that took 16 hours.
Nightmare.
From the bottom of
Florida.
I took the first drive from Miami to Jacksonville, and then Phil drove the rest of the way. And I remember being all those cars at these rest stops. So it was a ton of cars at these rest stops. But the biggest stop was in Daytona, when they were letting these people stay at the Daytona Speedway. So all these cars were trying to get into the Speedway. So we just spent like most of those hours just sitting, waiting for traffic to let us through on 95. But it was like a disastrous ass trip.
Damn.
That's the first world problem. I've never said it before out loud, but that's some rich people shit I just said out loud. I need y'all to recognize that.
Damn. Well, you know what? I'm gonna follow that up. Check this out. My best road trip, but Kashara and Kwame, you guys, since y'all took that, because I think for me that's definitely the top tier of mine. But since you guys took that one, my next best would be, you guys remember when they used to do Black College Weekend at Kings Dominion?
Yeah, I remember that.
I went with two. Well, actually, I went with two dudes who went to the same high school as me. They didn't go. Well, Keith was at St. Aug at the time. we went up on a Friday. We did Kings Dominion all day. Some chicks hit us up at Virginia Beach. Yo, we out Virginia Beach, man. When you get here, the key's gonna be at the front desk. Went to Virginia Beach, stayed there, played there. Went back to Kings Dominion. My man ran out of money. So me and Keith slid Maurice some money. Went back to Kings Dominion. Got a hotel room that night at Kings Dominion. Went back to Virginia Beach. And from Virginia Beach, went back to
cars?
Yeah, this car. We drive. Straight drive.
So no motorcycle.
No motorcycle. We were driving that.
Where's Kings Dominion located?
Richmond?
15 minutes outside Richmond.
Richmond. Yeah, north of Richmond.
And Richmond to the beach is what?
With Tidewater, probably about like
2 hours.
2 hours, 2 hours, 20 minutes, something like that.
Yeah,
back and forth. And when I see them, we talk about the same trip.
Uh-huh.
And it was good because it kind of gave me that feeling of when you go to, the first time going to Freaknik, it's like it's everything is new. Every single thing is new. The masses of people, the traffic. Traffic is Freaknik, right? Naked chicks in traffic, right?
Right.
And you think about all the rappers now who were in that environment, who were nobodies during that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of think about all those types of things. My worst trip. Now listen, I'm about to tell y'all this. It was the worst trip towards the end. And Jamie, you're kind of involved in this, right? So, But you didn't make it bad. I think this is around 2006. Now you guys know, like, okay, I ride motorcycles heavy, whatever the case may be. So I had been going to Myrtle Beach, staying at this spot for like probably like 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I had this spot, I'm gonna say maybe 6 or 7 years. So it was one of those things where I could call anytime. The lady who owned the property was like really from London, and her daughter was a teacher, and she knew I was teaching, so I had that bond.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, hey, I'm coming, no problem, Jermaine. Hey, yo. I had the spot. I think I told Jamie, look, man, I got the spot. I think I got paid for like 2 or 3 rooms. And I think Jamie Frat Brothers came down. Now here's where it got worse. I think the second day I got a call from the front desk. I go downstairs and the ladies, Jermaine, I don't know what's going on. There's this guy up there. He has on a jean skirt with no underwear and he's walking around.
Jamar Hart.
She starts snapping. I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Your boy upstairs with a jean skirt on with no drawers on.
Okay.
Walking around.
Yes, he was.
The housekeepers are scared to come out the room.
Jamar Hart.
And she's like, you've been staying here for so long. I just don't. I said, all right, wait. Let me handle it. I go upstairs. Sure enough, your boy up there with no shirt on, with a jeans shirt on, with some Timbs on. I said, look, dog.
Nah, they was frat boots here. He painted them.
Okay. I said, dog,
Painted
you
the gold boots, baby. And he done.
well,
Can I give you the backstory on those this jean skirt?
well, look, let me back up. That morning when I woke up, before they called me, when I woke up, niggas had cleared the dresser. The TV was on the floor. Niggas was sleeping on the dresser and everything.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Muffin and I was like, yo, first of all, I'm gonna need that money from you because you ain't finna.
Yeah.
But look, check this out. So I go downstairs and the housekeepers are nervous. The lady is threatening not to let me stay there anymore. I'm like, yo, I've been staying here forever. Like, you know how hard it is to get a room at Myrtle Beach?
Blame it on the cues.
Come to find out, the lady was like, I said, but I talked to my man. I said, look, man, you gotta get your shit together, yo. You can't do that. You can't do it. Because you messing up my stuff. And I said, look, you know, I ain't know how, I mean, he was cool, but I ain't know how he was gonna take it. But I was like, look, you can't do that, man. You can't be walking around here naked like that. What the fuck, man? Like
he had on. So Harp used to wear these tight denim shorts. He bent over one day and the thing busted. So he cut the seat out and made it a skirt. It appeared to be like, why does this grown big dude have on a goddamn skirt? But that's hard. So I have a million stories if you want to hear them.
the housekeeping chick saw his balls or something. She wouldn't have told it, yo. This nigga walking around. Hey, call me. He comes out the room. The housekeepers, I remember it. And the chick was like scared to come out. Like, so she called down and like, you know how like you hit the panic button, like red alert, red alert. So they called down there and I got downstairs and that lady was like, I may not you just can't stay here anymore. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, yo? Niggas messing my stuff up, yo. I said, yo, y'all gotta go. You can't be doing that, man. What's wrong with you?
But to us, it was nothing like, what? He just has on a skirt. I mean, like, what do you mean? What's the problem here? He's not doing anything.
It's the norm for y'all.
Oh, it's
I was cool. It's just that the effect that they had on the housekeeping lady. I saw the lady. I saw two of the housekeeping ladies. They damn near looked like they was gonna quit. Like they wasn't gonna come back to work no more.
You're not gonna disrespect me like this every job.
They better retire.
Was that your last time staying there?
Yeah, that was it. That was my last time staying there.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That was my last time staying there. I'm not lying. That was my last time staying there. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
so
that's hilarious, man.
But it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, man. But
sorry, man.
Yeah, that's funny though, man. That's hilarious. But all right, so we're gonna head to the next session, which is our signature session, is Dose of Dopeness. And
we should insert some music there.
I know, right? Yeah, so we have the Dose of Dopeness. And this episode is my own baby sister, Kiana King.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm very proud of her.
Yeah,
she's been and she has her own cosmetic line, and she's been talking about this for a long time. And the cosmetic line is called Crown Glow. And basically, what she does is well, first of all, y'all, I want to let y'all know we do nepotism on this show. So
yes, we do. What the fuck?
So, hey, you know, hey.
That's right.
You can be family, you can be friends, you can be whoever that we think is dope. We're going to highlight you, whatever, and stuff.
Yes, we are.
Other coaches
it's our show, so we can do what we want to do.
There you go, Jermaine. Exactly. So, yes, I am putting my sister up on this platform right now.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, so what she does at Crown Glow, and she can be reached at the IG at Crown Glow, is she makes affordable handmade cosmetics, such as lip gloss, which she has 5 different shades of. So this is for the ladies, of course. She has 5 colors of lip cheek stain. I don't know how that is, but I guess stuff you put on your lips and your cheeks.
Your cheek and it's.
And also she has 2 what they call shimmering eye shadow palettes.
Okay.
Colors. And she said her lip products, what she makes herself, is made out of avocado oil, jojoba oil, castor oil, vitamin E oil, shea butter, and mango butter that seals in moisture.
That's some good stuff.
Natural products. Huh?
That's good stuff.
Yeah, she always been kind of artsy, whatever and stuff. So I guess she decided kind of like trying to make a profit, do her own thing, her own businesswoman, whatever. And that's the part that we definitely proud of for her. And like I said, she got her website is www.crownglow.store. I mentioned earlier she's the IG at Crown Glow.
And
So
that's crown or
Yes.
crowned?
Crowned with the ed. So it's
Okay.
Yeah, crowned.
crowned. Yeah. www.crowndglow.store.
Mhm.
And you can order the products off that. And for this week, starting October 15th through the October 22nd, is a 10% discount code. You can use 4-time Dope Podcast as part of your discount code to get 10% off the products this week. So, ladies, please go out, check her site out. Use the discount code with 4-time Dope up there to get you a little discount. You know what I mean? And
We a code now, y'all. We a code.
that's what it is. You know what I mean?
The
So
whole
so please
code now.
support, whatever and stuff.
Right.
I want to take my hands out to, off to her, and that's
Kiana, good stuff, Kiana.
yeah, definitely, I definitely appreciate, proud of her. So I don't know. With that being said, I don't know if anybody got any last words, anything they want to before.
Well, let me say that I was a part of all of you guys' bad time, and I apologize. Jermaine,
That
I'm
is
sorry
true.
that the bruhs
That's the
wilded
common
out.
denominator.
I apologize that we had to sleep in the car. That we roughing it. Y'all know I'm an Eagle Scout, so I do wild shit like sleep outside. Nothing to me. I can do some uncomfortable. So I apologize, gentlemen, on behalf of 20-year-old Jamie and 20.
Hey, but you know what though? I mean, but that's dope. I don't think I can't think of anybody else I would want to be involved in like some of my worst road trip shit. Though, but man, you know what I mean?
Because you bring that it's bad, but you find a way to bring that calmness to it, and like, everybody be okay. You know,
yeah.
Like, because I'm a moody. I'm not moody, but when things ain't going right, it shows on my face, and it just ruins my whole time. Yeah. But for some reason, you seem to know how to bring that.
That survival. He brings it. He makes you bring that survival out of you, right?
Yeah, and you still end up having a good time.
That's right.
I was miserable, but I still had a good time.
And Kisharo, I can't see you sleeping in nobody's car. That's just me.
It was mine. That's the only reason. It was mine.
Yeah, what's your car?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, so fellas, it's been a great show. So we're gonna just sign off, and until the next show. Oh yeah, lastly, I want to also mention, like in 2 weeks, we're gonna drop our homecoming episode. So a lot of stuff.
Virtual homecoming.
Virtual homecoming.
Virtual homecoming episode
in person. So we're gonna do our specialized podcast for that time. So yeah, so everybody who
got to tune in,
right?
HBCUs, check us out in
Central, baby.
And even if you didn't go to HBCU, you can be entertained by this episode.
That's right.
That's fair. I mean,
that's what's up. All right, until next time, we'll be out.
All right, y'all.
Peace.